Finally, we're going to talk about Astrapak. Now, I must just start this conversation by saying the last time we did this show, we made an absolute and considerable hash of Astrapak, confusing ourselves both with regard to the state of the business as well as its controlling shareholder, which was even worse. The controlling shareholders are actually interesting. It's Coronation Asset Management, Metier, which is a private equity group here in Johannesburg that specializes in these kinds of situations. And then also regarding capital management, Piet Viljoen's asset management firm has also got a chunky stake. You put those three together, you've already got 55 to 60% of the shares. The company itself is involved with plastic packaging. Over the years, it hoovered up all sorts of smaller players and was at one point the largest player in the plastics industry in the country. It's been in restructuring mode, though, under Robin Moore, the CEO, who's an ex-Nampak man, and it needed to be in restructuring because it's really battled and got a little bit squeezed by its competitors. It is now mostly involved in what are deemed the rigids, which is the stuff that is rigid, right, as opposed to the plastic packages, which is regarded typically or described as the flexibles. So, Wayne, this is an interesting situation, isn't it? Because the turnaround hasn't been evident in the profits so much.
And clearly not evident in the share price.
But it does seem as though the turnaround is coming.
Correct. And you know, they give it actually a very, very good overview of the company and what they've done. A little bit lengthy, but a very good overview. And effectively is one of these classic, either we restructure this business or we go out of business. So they've cut it down from 23 divisions to 7 or 6.
Yeah.
And every second work is restructuring, cost cutting, efficiency gains.
And they have sold a whole lot of businesses, which has actually raised a lot of money, which has dealt with another problem that was worrying the market, was the debt level.
Yeah, they've sold 150 million in the last financial year and about another 150 just post the financial year, and the money's in the bank. And they have reinvested into the future. They didn't just they didn't just pay down the debt. They actually did reinvest in their existing businesses. But you have got to have faith to actually invest here. There could be a massive turnaround.
And those shareholders, though, that have got the big chunks of stock are actually the sort of people who like to get involved with turnaround situations anyway, sort of value investor types.
I wouldn't maybe be, it's probably not quite so blunt, but it is actually a binary turn. You know, you're either going to make 200, 300% here, or you're not going to make any money.
What could go wrong is they do say that they're trying to steer into those areas of plastic packaging which are not so much resistant or competitive with foreign importers.
Yes,
so that is one area
and
of potential
concern.
Concern.
They've got the rand side. Look, this is very specialized. The real top end, you know, it's the packaging you find in top end stores. So they are very, very specialized. And this company was fantastic 2002 through to about 2004. It was one of the big winners on the stock market. But it's lost its way because it just bought up too many businesses, became too diversified. Now they are going effectively back to basics.
Okay, so now in the past we were kind of in that camp that just sort of, no, we can't consider. The share price looks bad, it's turnaround but it's not happening, so we were not hot. But now
the turnaround looks a lot better because they've sold the businesses. The underlying businesses that they're still in are good businesses. They seem to be making profit on it. Not, as we said, not in the share price yet. Look, you've got to be brave to buy this. Don't put all of your money into this. Don't put your grandmother's money into it. But if you want a little bit of a punt, for want of a better word, why not? That's what you do with turnaround situations. There's huge potential in turnaround situations, but there is commensurate risk as well.
Okay, so you're going to go with hot on
I'll
this
go
one?
with hot,
yeah. And I think I'm going to go on hot as well, having looked at the detail and having a lot of that sent to me by Carol Dundas at Clear Distinction, the investor relations firm that works with this company.